Hey guys, Luetin here today, and we're looking at Trine 3. So this has just been announced as coming back again. Now obviously Trine is a series that's been around for quite some while. It was released back in 2009 originally, and since then it's been an extremely popular game, mainly for its incredibly high fidelity graphics. Okay, it's had really lush environments, and the gameplay, as well as side-scrolling platformers go, has been very enjoyable. It mixes up a range of magical abilities as well as physical mechanics, mixed in with fire, water, gravity, and some organic elements as well, not to mention the goblins and things you have to fight along the way. So it's a very fantastical style of game, and with Trine 3 you can see here being showcased, it looks like it's really taking it to the next level. It's built on everything that was existing in the previous games and just taking it a lot further. It still looks amazingly gorgeous, it still has all the elements that you want to see, but it's just gone that extra mile. The characters are moving in ways that we haven't seen before, and it looks extremely exciting. Why am I covering this now? Well, Trine, if you've never seen it, is actually a very fun game. It's great in its simplicity, and there's a real beauty in simplicity with games, and it's something that you don't find too often. Very many times you'll see games trying kind of too hard. They're trying to fill some gap, they're trying to, overcomplicate things. And in Trine, it's a very simplistic system. In fact, this is what's so brilliant about the game, is that for somebody like myself, I would classify as a pretty hardcore gamer, these kind of games are great. In fact, I actually just finished playing this evening. I just jumped on because I thought I'm going to make this video, I'm going to play a bit of Trine before I record it. And I've been playing some Battlefield. I've been playing like 3-4 hours of Battlefield, and this game is great to just relax to. Hack and slash, it's got some physics going on, it's just a nice little wind down. It's just like a, relaxation at the end of your evening. But on the other hand, it's perfect. This game is a great game for like kids or for people that are new to games, because it's simple. The control method is extremely simple. You literally have your move keys and then perhaps your attack, and that's about it. The wizard guy has basically like a little thing he can do where he makes cubes, and you'll see that in a mo, and that sort of changes it up a little bit. But overall, it's a very simplistic game. And that's something again to be said. It's something to be said for making a simplistic game but that looks as beautiful as Trine does. I mean, look at this right here. You see the water and the lighting, and then the weighting of the plants and the way it moves. These environments are so rich and 3D. It really feels like you're moving around an environment, and that's one of the things that really captures you in the world of Trine. As you move through, there's so much detail and little things happening all around. It feels like a living environment, and that's pretty unusual to actually find that in video games, to be honest. Like, I can't think of many which really replicate it in the same way that Trine does. You think about any game which has sort of organic things going on, and very often there's elements which maybe are moving, but overall it still feels kind of dead. But in Trine, everything really does feel alive. It's a great game. It's a fantastic little thing. It's great to just let your imagination run away with you, and take some small time for that. But some of the puzzle solving elements as well, it's good to have that balance of hack and slash and the puzzle. So you see right here, like, we had a little bit of a battle, and now we're back towards the sort of puzzle aspect. So you actually get some time to stop and think, and that's great. I really like that, because it's not like it's just constant non-stop fight. You have time to stop and think, like, okay, how am I going to figure this out? So what we're trying to do right here is, you can see I've got this water, and it's supposed to be like magic water, and I've got to funnel that water down through to the little sparkling thing below, which is like a seedling. I need that to grow in order to progress forward. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. The thing that's great with Trine, though, as well, is that often there's not just one way of doing things. You often can do things a couple of different ways. I have decided that I'm going to try and use this block here as a sort of bridging system for my water. I'm pretty sure that's not the only way you can do this. I would imagine that perhaps I could sort of stand on the leaf a little, and maybe the water would get in that way. There's probably a couple of different ways you can do this, but I'm trying to use my block here, and look, I need it to go on like a little bit of an angle, so I'm kind of trying to move it around, and basically the wizard guy, he can kind of create these little boxes and then levitate them. There we are, look, and now I've got my box on the angle, and the water's flowing down through the little funnels, and it creates my bridge up. So yeah, there we go. Trine 3, it's on the way. If you know how to look at Trine 2, I'd suggest you check it out. It's on Steam right now. They're just very enjoyable, very relaxing, simplistic games, but beautiful to look at and great to just let your imagination run with. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a comment below as always, and I'll see you very soon for the next one.